friends, welcome to Maddix Motivations. Hey, thank you for dropping by my YouTube channel, and my commitment to you is to put out some value, but most importantly, be transparent with you and share with you, my journey, my ups and downs, successes and failures, and things that I've learned. And as you guys know, I'm very focused on the physical, spiritual, financial, and relational. And, I'm the author of Just Juice It, How to Have It All, proud dad of the one and only Caleb Maddix, founder of My Health 90, My Sales Daily, and Maddix Publishing. I'm a speaker, I'm a consultant, and I'm a coach. But listen, I want to talk to you guys about gossip. How many of you watching this video have ever been crushed, devastated, you've lost friends, business, been misunderstood, been lied about, been cheated on, been talked back, people talk behind your back? It hurts. There's nothing, like they say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Guys, that's just simply not true. Some of the most devastating things that can happen to you is somebody spreading false information, slandering you, defamation of character, talking bad about you behind your back, not fully representing you, talking about your weaknesses, your struggles, your sins, your mistakes. Hey, some of the gossipers might actually be right. It doesn't make it right, but sometimes it might be right. Maybe you shared a weakness with somebody and they exposed you. Maybe, you had a human moment and somebody, exposed you to the world. And, I hope you guys never have to go through it. But most likely the people that watch my YouTube channel are very success driven and you're very passionate about being a world changer. And guys, sometimes it just comes with the process. Sometimes this comes with the territory. There's the word I'm looking for. There's an old saying, John Maxwell used to say, passion will either pull people towards you or push people away. And sometimes when you're successful and you're happy and you're positive and you have good vibes and good energy, it does bring out the haters. It brings out the jealousy in others. It brings out people that are insecure, people that hate themselves, people that are just downright nasty. Listen, here's what I've learned, guys. Most people mean well. Most people don't mean to hurt you. Most people are literally just so deceived by their own jealousy or greed or pride or ego or anger or resentment. There's an old saying that when somebody is constantly tearing others down, criticizing others, spreading hate and gossip, is because they have something they feel guilty about in their own life. And I found that to be true. Well, it's time for some confession before I get into the 7 things that you need to be aware of, 7 things you can do to kind of deal with it. Unfortunately, I can't take it away. It's going to happen, especially more now than ever before in the world of internet. I know we personally have gotten many emails and Facebook messages from people that have, made fake profiles, that have spread false information, that have slandered, defamation of character, quite frankly, just told blatant lies. And sometimes there's just nothing you can do but simply outlive it. And I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But here's what I want to just confess to you guys. I used to be a gossiper. I used to talk bad about other people. Now, I never, ever made up a lie or went around and just tried to destroy somebody. But I'm talking about somebody's weakness or shortcoming, or did you hear about so-and-so? Can you believe what so-and-so did? I remember a while back, I wasn't having the breakthrough that I wanted. And I remember sitting down with my son and our team, and I said, guys, let me just share with you about a new value that we are going to live and die by. And that is, from this day forward, we are never again, not once, not even a half a once, are we ever going to speak bad about somebody, even if they are bad. If we don't have anything nice to say, our grandma was right, we don't say anything. And, you know, the moment I made that decision, I had an energy breakthrough. I had a freedom breakthrough. I felt better than I've ever felt. Money began to flow. I began to feel peace. I began to sleep better. My body became better. Because, see, here's what happens, guys. You don't realize that when you are a hater, when you're a critic, when you are spreading lies, you're actually hurting yourself more than the person that you're gossiping about. And so for my son and I in our home, we do not talk bad about other people, not even privately among ourselves. We'll say, you know what, let's not talk about that. So it leads me to my first point. I want to challenge you guys, you personally, even though you might have been hurt by gossip. I have. You know, I've been absolutely, you know, so has my son, and that's just, I don't know anybody that's ever been successful that hasn't been crushed or devastated by gossip. That's part of it. But for you, my friends, for us, we make the decision that we are never going to talk bad about other people. I mean, I'm talking like never. In any circumstance, I'll give you an example. I met a billionaire who was one of the most powerful, positive human beings I've ever met in the world. And he said the secret to his success was that he refused to ever be in a conversation where people were criticizing or spreading hate or putting other people down, to the point where he's so radical about it that if he's in a conversation and someone starts putting someone down, he'll excuse himself from the table. Literally, that's how committed he is to this. Now, guys, remember what we're all going for. We're all going for a lifestyle of abundance and blessing and happiness and power and peace. You can't get to peace and power when you're a hater, when you're jealous, when you're critical of others, when you put other people down, when you're a gossiper. You cannot. It's impossible. I remember this. I remember I was having lunch with G.A. and Vestaming, and some of you watch this, you may have never heard of them. They built a church of like 3,000 people in Louisiana. And back when I used to be a preacher, I used to speak at their church all the time. And I remember picking their brain about how they grew their church. And Vesta Mangan was a powerful lady, just very exuberant and, you know, expressive. And G.A. Mangan was very steady, very quiet, very powerful. But, you know, in conversation, sometimes he would just sit and listen and smile. But when it was time to speak, my friends, did he ever speak? And I'll never forget this. Sitting there and she was giving advice about how to grow a church and all this and about leadership. And finally he stops and he slams his hand on the table and he said, "You want to know how to grow a church? I'll give you the secret right now." And I was like on the edge of my seat because like, wow, when he speaks, you listen. He said, "Here's how you grow a church. You find the gold in everybody." I never forgot that. I never forgot. And that's what I've taught my son is, Caleb, you know what, let's be the kind of people that we find the good in everybody, no matter what. That's our mission. Our goal is to find the good in everybody. So the second way that you handle gossip and haters is you stay humble. In other words, you literally let God fight your battles and you live life this way. You let God, your true family, because not all your family is going to stand by your side. Your true friends, like they say, you find out who your friends are. There's an old saying, I never will forget it. Jeff Arnold taught me this, one of my mentors. When I was very young, he said, "Matt, let me just teach you a lifelong principle. Your enemies will never believe your explanation. No matter how good it is, no matter how convincing it is, you'll never be able to convince your enemies. Your friends, your real friends, they don't even want an explanation." And I've lived by that, and I've found that to be true. Those that truly love me, or love us, or love you, they don't need an explanation. They get you. They trust you. They love you. They don't listen to that trash. They won't even let people, your true friends won't even let somebody gossip about you behind your back. They will never keep a confidence. Your true friend, if somebody says, "Hey, I want to tell you about Matt, but I don't want you to tell them," your true friend will say, whoa, 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 stop right there. I'm just letting you know right now, as soon as we hang up, I'm going to call Matt and I'm going to tell him exactly what you said to a T. And I'm going to tell him you said it. And if you can't handle that, then I'm not the kind of person you need to be passing this information on. I literally live by that value. And I'm going to do a whole video about that in the future. But you got to stay humble. Your true family, your true friend, and your true fans, they got you. You hear me? Your name is safe in their mouth. Your name is safe behind your back. You know, number 3, the third thing that you need to do is you need to go out and outlive it, my friends, because sometimes your gossipers and your haters are right. Sometimes what they're saying, even though they're malicious and hateful and jealous, sometimes what they're saying about you is true. Sometimes you are narcissistic or selfish or greedy or evil or whatever it might be. So here's what you do. You don't beat yourself up. You wake up and say, today's the first day of the rest of my life and I'm going to outlive this. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get stronger. I'm going to get wiser. I'm going to grow through this. The fourth thing that you do, my friends, is you put it in the right perspective. In other words, see, when people gossip, I always teach my son, Caleb, it says more about them than it does about you. In other words, you know, mature and healthy people, emotionally healthy people, they don't even engage in gossip. In fact, they literally believe in this principle. There's 2 sides to every story. I can't even make an opinion. First of all, it's none of my business. Second of all, I've not heard the other person's side. And this is why in the court of law, literally, it's innocent until proven guilty. And without reasonable doubt, my friends. And so this is how mature people, they look at it, and this is what you need to do. You need to put it in the right perspective, because the people that are hating you, the people that are gossiping, 99.9% of the time, even though there's few occasions what they're saying is right, 99.9% of the time, it's because they're insecure, they hate themselves, they're jealous of you, and they don't even know why they hate you, and they literally can't even explain. Most of the stuff they say to the mature average human being that's strong emotionally and healthy, they look at it and they're like, okay, that's crazy. Like, you know. So the 5th thing that you need to do is you need to stay away from gossipers. Literally, if I could teach you one thing that I have strongly taught my son, I mean strongly, is Caleb, when people start to gossip, change the subject. Because he's got a lot of friends his age that will start talking about another one of their peers, and he stops them. And he'll like change the subject. Sometimes you literally got to be direct. And you know what I've learned? People respect you when you do this. When you say, look, hey, listen, I don't mean to make you feel bad. It's just one of those things where I'd rather not talk bad about other people no matter what. I know you're not intended to do that, but it's just one of my values. You know, I just don't waste my time and energy talking about other people, their weaknesses. We all have weaknesses, their failures. We all have failures. You know, their shortcomings. We all have shortcomings. So I just don't even get into that. So what you do is you let the gossip stop with you. It stops right here. And you say, you know what? I am not going to engage in any gossip whatsoever. I guarantee you'll have better energy. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll have deeper morals, stronger character, and you will win the respect of others. Number 6 is you've got to become mentally and emotionally strong. Gossip is coming like a river. If you are successful, if you are happy, if you are powerful, if you are out there making big risk and trying to change the world, gossip is going to come like a river, my friends, like a flood. And that's why you have got to be emotionally secure within yourself, that you're not rattled by the gossip, because you know who you are. You know the truth, and the truth alone, my friends, is enough. That you don't have to defend yourself, which leads me to point number 7 is don't defend yourself. You're going to be tempted. You know the amount of times I've been tempted to like lash back out, write a blog, do a video, call people out. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need to do that, because people are smart, you know, and people make their own decisions. Even when somebody trashes your name to them, most people have a way of just kind of weeding it out. And by the way, truth always comes to the surface, and truth always wins. And remember this, my friends, as I leave you, those that gossip to you will gossip about you. And so never trust a gossiper, ever. I love you guys. I believe in you, and I trust this help. Make sure you share this out, subscribe, and send it to somebody so it inspires them. Love you guys.